Shoot. Exactly.
Hello. How are we today? Now I've got to find how to do this here. I'm on, in case you're wondering. Papa Cat is sitting next to me. That's why I said that. So he wouldn't start talking and saying something goofy like, oh, you have popcorn in the basement or something. You only live once. Oh, how did I get my. It's been so long since I've done this. I don't even know how to get myself up anymore. What?
I'd log into one of the accounts, find it that way.
No, that's not how I used to do it. But I guess I'm going to have to now. You do it. How I keep an eye on myself. Had to go to the chiropractor. We're going to figure out another time. Hello, Fuzz. Hi, KA. Are you going on tonight at 6, Missy? Caramel brulee latte. I hope we're not boycotting them anymore because I don't know any better. Thank you. Okay. Oh, now I can see myself, so I don't have to look down here anymore and get. It's like, oh, my eyebrows are funny. They're so wrong color. Look at my eyebrows. They look goofy. I know. Talking about makeup already. Maybe I don't like these glasses. They're not the same color as my hair. What about these glasses? Okay. These are my normal glasses, except, oh, wait. Those are my faraway glasses. Okay.
No carry-ins.
No. Woman! Your mini Christmas vacay? Okay. Papa Cat is working from home all week, so. Oh my God, I look horrible without glasses on. I'm so used to it. Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? Let's see. Hi, Cricket. Hi, Scooter. Um, okay. So yes, we're not roaming around Scientology today because it's Monday. Hello, come here. Look who I have. I have Douglas. This is Dougie. It's like people should tell MLH's Dougie that I have my own Dougie. He's like, the hell am I doing here? And yes, he is still a kid. He's not even a year old yet, believe it or not. So you got to see Dougie finally. I mean, he's not as pretty as Twiggy, of course, or Biscuit, but he's still the same age as yours. Actually, no, Twiggy's the baby now. So just FYI, I'm still watching Dolphin running around. You just always going through my head too. You just want to watch hot young men run around chasing balls. Ah, couldn't get it out of my head. Oh, I forgot to. I didn't even like brush my hair. I just ran up the stairs and ran in here because I told the mods 4:30, and that's because I started putting on makeup. All I was going to do was mascara. The next thing I know, I'm covered head to toe. Not full kabuki, but close. So, mm, that's what I want to do. Hang on. Okay, that's better. Angles. I haven't been on the desk in months at this point. So, hot-blooded hetero woman. Yes, you are. That's so funny. Yeah, yeah, and I even have the dual screen thing that I can't remember right now. I'm lucky I remember my name half the time. But it's the one time that me and the chiropractor are like talking for real, and she's like, uh, who's asking me like, don't I go? Because I said I couldn't go face down on the table because of the makeup. She's like, when do you go on? I said, 5 minutes. I'll text you. You're watching men run away. Yay. Oh, I got Birdie in my. I haven't even. See, when you think things are going to be easy, excuse me. Hope you guys couldn't hear that. And they're not. Today still wanted by David Miscavige. They survived as soldiers of fortune. If you have a problem, if no one else can help, and if you can't find them, maybe you can hire the A team. Weirdly enough, the only reason I know that's funny is because of what everybody talked about during that time. I'd never seen an episode of the A team at all. And that was my watch. And what did it want? Oh, let's see here. Wrong person. Aw, see, even he gets on when she's not on. And for some reason, I want to call him Oreo. That is the constellation. And no, it's not a chocolate or a cookie constellation. There we go. Had to do live chat. It's looking at me. I had a pretty big delay. Hey, meow. He's using his outside voice. Um, there's pretty big delay between me and the TV. And he's like, and here we go again. Ah, stuck with Orion in my lap. I wish I had one of the boys, but I had Birdie in my lap for like 2 hours the other night, and she was just passed out. She was done. She wasn't having it, and Papa Cat was going, he said she was too big for my lap. She figured it out. So,
It's normal.
what? In 1972, a crack staff unit was sent to the RPF by a Scientology court for a crime they didn't commit. These men probably escaped from the RPF to the Los Angeles underground. That's why they're the A team. Okay. Now I get it. I pity that they knew messes with. He's walking away now. That's normal. I know, but it's the lag seems longer than normal. That's why. What?
No, what he said.
No, that was I don't know what it was.
Don't play any videos.
I don't know how to do that anymore. I was just watching a thing about the whole Travolta kids and Presley eggs thing. Where? Ooh, cricket, do tell where. I mean, I had to do something to yesterday that I didn't necessarily want to do. I did the 5-day free trial on Paramount Plus because I'm watching the Hallmark baking channel, basically. What is it? The holiday baking challenge. And I've gotten through 3 seasons and the rest of them are on Paramount Plus. So we call it that because it's like, I'm sad. I need to watch this. So, but we did see Spinal Tap, like I said. But that's the only movie we didn't see 2 yesterday because I got hijacked by baking right in front of Papa Cat too. I'm like, I get on, I subscribe to it, and he's like, "What did you subscribe to?" And I said, "Free trial." And then about 10 minutes later, I went, "Like it really matters what I want. I subscribe to being happy." No. Ah. Oh, okay. Law and crime. Um, I guess Fuzz is the only one who's allowed to send links through the um ether, the chat. Oh, I need more of this. I texted you a link. Aaron talked about it too. Ah, see, I only got like the last 15 minutes of him because I need to. I have too many notifications because when I subscribe to something, I forget to go into notifications and delete it or take it away, and I didn't. So I've gotten to the point now where you just see the little YouTube sign and ignore it. That's how I missed Becky this weekend. That's how I missed Aaron today. There are other ones. Because Becky would be perfect to play dragons too. Just have her on the screen and then just sitting there playing dragons because it's all I've been doing lately when I'm not doing something productive, which is 21 out of the 24 hours. Hello, Adam. We're from home today. And I'm looking at the background going, why is there a dead moose? Wrong way. One of the moose jumped. Because it's not happy with being. Ah, let's see. ZK. That's Cricket. And that's Dawn. And Aaron. And Dusty. Oh, I don't play dragons, but I imagine dragons. Yes, we all should imagine dragons. They make you happy, don't they? And what Bozo's up to today? Battleship Fleet? Where the hell does he think he is? Legoland? I just heard that one. What? Like I said, we're gonna have so much fun tearing his name off of everything. I notice you don't have a scooter there. No, I don't. You have to wait for the next time he's around, Missy. Because as they all know, where's Natalie? Where's Natalie? Uh, do you know where Natalie is? She's the squirrel with teeth. I know, that's what I thought. That's what I was thinking. So, Scooter, he comes around once a year to the goth flea market. And I have a squirrel with teeth that was Natalie. And then I got K.A., Dawn, and Cricket the year after. It's Natalie. So weird. It's a squirrel with teeth. It's real dental like teeth thing too. So he makes them and then he puts them in. You can even actually order a specific one. I don't do drag, but I imagine visions of the divine. Now it's gonna bug me. It's like, where the hell is Natalie? And I keep doing that classic roll down the hill thing. Um, I lost my earphones again, but while I was trying looking for my earphones, I found my headset, which I had lost. So if I go looking for something else, I'll probably find my headphones. And Natalie will be at the end of the chain. You know, if I didn't have so many damn stuffed animals in my world, I would say that somebody stole her, but we don't have anybody over. This is pretty much a perfect representation of my house. Still, Copycat is still under the impression, and I'm sort of believing it too, that we are too intimidated by our house because it's 3 times as big as our old house. So I'm looking at the television going, that's why I trimmed that one too today because now it's too short. Oh well. So what should we talk about today? Let's see, battleships, him, DOJ, everything is really freaking um monotonous. And it's 2 days before this is Beast Day, isn't it? Yes. It's 3 days before Christmas. And we have to figure out where we're gonna get our Chinese food. And Papa Cat DJs that night at clubs. So I'll have him post a link on Christmas so you guys can go watch him. Because the person who owns the club is a retired techie, and when the club was first opened after he bought it and had it renovated, it had uh, computer like stations, and you could look things up. We called it the Oracle, and it had cameras all over the place, and live streamed back then. And there were bands who wouldn't um, play because everything had to be live streamed. Where's Natalie? So, but the one thing that's managed to stay is it gets live streamed still. My God, people. Who is this? I'm outing your fuzzy butt. No, I won't. Visions, okay. Headphones. Why did they call them headphones? Do they call your head Seinfeld? Seinfeld? What what that I had the notification on, and that's the thing. It's one of those brain fog things is if I turn off the notification, I'll turn it off for the rest of the day. But like my chiropractor said, I have brain fog. I'm like, it was Schadenfreude when it all started, but now everybody's admitting it because the generation before us never admitted it, that it was, menopause. So I don't tap dance on your graves anymore because you guys have brain fog. I'm just like, welcome to the club. Okay. I didn't write notes. I'm sitting here. Did you hear that? Billy! Billy's mad because it's dinner time and we're not down there. He's the reason we found out, or I realized they were Bengals. And I showed a picture of him to my nail person today, and she saw his spots immediately and went, Bengal? And I'm like, yeah, welcome to the club. This morning, I'm really good at ignoring them. This morning, we were woken up with them playing on something under my vanity, and when they want breakfast, they'll let you know. So it was like they're running around all over the place, and they were jumping on the bed, and they would throw themselves against me, but then stay there because I'm warm. So it was funny. Let's see. Got myself a snack, soft cheese, hot pepper jelly, and some tasty crackers. Yum, KA. I have some Bodines toasted little bruschettas and a French onion dip that sure as heck doesn't taste like with Dean's French onion dip. And I was dipping the Suppressa salami into it the other day. It goes well together. It's like we're at appetizer time of the year. That and we have Chex Mix. I forgot about again. Oh God, I've got Dougie all over me. So it's like that's what Christmas used to be all about. Is that for some reason you didn't really eat appetizers at Thanksgiving, but you ate appetizers at Christmas, but you ate the most fattening thing on Christmas. Excuse me, which was ham. So yeah, I got at least two appetizer plates from my mom, or like good old fashioned thick glass ones that you had all the Pepperidge Farm stuff in. So that's what it was to me. That and all of the soft cheeses that you put in celery sticks. Yeah, what bizarre or what interesting appetizer do you remember from when you were little? I will tell you who the pick is when you're done. I don't want to interrupt you again. Okay, Scooter, she did interrupt me again. I had vegetarian jellied eels. The eels were made from shaped daffodil paste. Superseta, yeah, thank you. I grew up with Cotto. Good old fashioned big old salami on the thing. And it's like when they started coming out with these goofy freaking, um, other salamis that they got from somewhere else, it's like, oh, great. Sourdough bread, big salami, olive oil. That's what I grew up on. Indigenous crap. That was all normal. Now it's all fancy. Sorry, I was reading Antics' title was Quickie Christmas Break and Unmod Me Please. And Unmod Me Please. Drama. Don't know about the drama. Deviled eggs. Oh god, my mother used to be able to make some just killer deviled eggs. I used to like the cheeses in the can. Yep. That was you had your spray cheese and then you had your cheese in your glass container and they used to keep the glass containers for juice. I remember that. Rumaki? Weird appetizer from my childhood. What's rumaki? My mom was really into it. I mean, um, I reminded my dad that KA has the cookie book, and I was actually jonesing on pinwheels. That's one of those things that I've only seen once at a bakery. They are the round cookie, and it looked like a pinwheel. My mom used to make them every year with everything else. No drama, watched it. All is cool. Okay. Vienna sausages. Oh my God. Yep. No drama with antics, just a YouTube glitch. Yeah. And we're still all here. So yeah, my mom was really big into the appetizers. Um, I'm trying to think. Ritz crackers and then wheat thins. I'm trying to and Triscuits. Triscuits I like with cheese because they're sort of like, I don't know, they'll grab you back. So, and then cheeses. We now Papa Cat and I do a killer cheese board to take to places and everybody loves it. But now that my nemesis in the potato salad world has moved to Reno, now I can start making potato salad again, which I'm sure Papa Cat's gonna love because he's the one who usually makes it and I'm the tester because it's red potato salad, peeled. Spritz cookies, they come out of a press. My mother used to do it without a press. The two colored, it's sugar cookie and a colored sugar cookie. And she'd roll it up and then she'd cut it. And yeah, that's why the book went to someone who knew it, who could understand these things instead of me keeping it because I don't do cookies. And that is like the like heritage cookie book. But if I remember right, I took all the markers out of it. So you didn't know what she was making last. She was doing it for when she worked at the library. Yeah, she was one of those people. We had a gingerbread house and cookies on the credenza and the bourbon balls that we got the postman drunk with and all of those things. So it is very bizarre how much I don't like Christmas, or find it rather upsetting. I don't know what else. Um, and this year we didn't do anything because of Billy and his wily ways, even though we figured out that Dougie is just selling us a bowl because he could be weirder than Billy in a hot second. So Dougie just plays nice and then when nobody is looking, the next thing you know, he's on his brother and just chewing away. So they say that animals are nicer. No, they're not. The joke to me is, oh, look, you can tell he's my cat. He's a butthead. Chicken livers wrapped in bacon, or alternatively, water chestnuts wrapped in bacon and soy marinade sauce. The chicken livers in bacon, I could probably deal with. I hate water chestnuts. It's one of those things I've left on my table or left in my bowl, plate, whatever, for Chinese food ever since I was little. I don't like the texture. It's way too weird. So I understand the chicken livers wrapped in bacon. Wow, that's when you go get tests and see if you've got cirrhosis or not. Wow, your liver content is really good. Yes, it is. That's how I escaped anemia until I was moved out of the house because I used to have liverwurst sandwiches. And you can't find a decent liverwurst anymore either. because it's now owned by Boar's Head or whatever. It's like Arnold owning LVMH. It's all gone to crap now. I was having this conversation about how Tiffany jewelry and Louis Vuitton bags have all just gone to hell. Tiffany jewelry weighs like nothing; you swear it was hollow. And LV, the people are complaining that they're getting it and it's unraveling within a month. And that stuff is based on luggage. I used to have liverwurst sandwiches too. I think it was our generation because liverwurst was good for you and it was cheap. So I'd be curious to try roasted chestnuts, though I've heard that they are mealy. I want to say that I did it, but I don't remember them. And we went to New York a couple of times, me and Papa Cat, so we had to have gotten them at least once because I'm sure he had them as a kid. He was on the East Coast and would go up and down the East Coast, so I'm sure he did. But we forgot yesterday because I was so out of it to go to the iStore or the Mac store, Apple store in Union Square because I needed a new pen, which my um, nail tech nail person laughed at me about. She goes, "I thought you were against Apple." I said, "You got to be an idiot to be against an iPad." It broke. It's got a hairline crack in it, and it caused that. See that? That's after a week and a half. How did she put it? We don't heal like Wolverine anymore. So, and I didn't. This was a really nasty like blister, and I just sort of tore it off, like you do, and then it proceeded not to heal. This is 2 weeks, week and a half, 2 weeks, and it started doing it to this finger because I just sort of changed it over to this finger, and I was like, "What the hell is going on?" So I looked at my pen, and there's a hairline crack right in the middle where this finger was. Get it? Um, so it was worse than any regular sort of blister. It like went down to the meat. Yeah. Um, so yeah, I had ordered one to pick up at uh Union Square because I thought Union Square wouldn't be very busy because supposedly Saks is gone, Neiman's is gone, um, Macy's is closing, everything else, and that's all Union Square. And then I saw a thing about the blackout, and they were talking about how they were going to Union Square to go ice skating and then look at the tree. And I'm like, oh, I guess it's sort of like Rockefeller Center then. Even if nothing's around, people are going. So I've got to go with Papa Cat Wednesday. I think he's got Wednesday off. And then so I can jump out of the car, get it, and then jump back in the car. They're always available at the store here, fresh this time of year. iPad pens? Don't worry, she can still wear it. I keep showing him and I keep going, look. If I show this to my dad, or my dad wasn't thinking, I did show it to him. I know in his head he was probably thinking, you only did this so you could flip people. But it was still ugly on Friday and I had it like open. And so he was just sort of looking at it. Ah. CBF just wants an excuse to give us all a finger. Yep. Did they ever restore the power to the other half of SF? Yeah. When? You're listening, Papa Cat. When did they restore power? I knew it was still out yesterday morning. So, and I need to take a picture. It is a big ass building. Remember, I said it was as small as a container and big as a like telephone station. It is one of the big substations. So that's why it took out half of San Francisco and clogged up every Waymo on the planet. Oh, you see, people are, uh, sending pictures into news agencies of these Waymos just sitting in the middle of like intersections. I wonder if the people got out of them. I forgot to look that up. Because supposedly it goes in emergency and locks. No, I know that didn't lock because what happens when it gets weird is that the person will come on and go, "Can I help you?" So So yeah, the Waymo we saw on the flatbed was just one of many Waymos that were getting picked up on flatbeds. So because they were Jaguar or they are Jaguar SUVs and you can't tow those like this. You have to tow them on a flatbed. So yeah, we had friends saying they weren't going to leave because you can't leave because everything's a mess because every four-way stop is a stop sign. We saw Channel 4 yesterday and just saw those people running those stop signs. It's like, oh my God, how many accidents happened? It's like, I know there's a California, stop where you don't sort of stop, but knows, yes. But they're just doing it as the big old light is on somebody. So you see the light and you see these people behind them just going vroom, vroom. It's like, oh my God. And then vroom. Those aren't natives. Natives would stop for half a second. If you give Chat GPT the finger, it validates your anger. Ah, Waynomos, yes. Um, but Chris Norland, he's a political guy who uh actually lives in Korea, but he's American. I guess he was probably adopted from what I can tell, and so went to go look for his roots. His title was it shows or like AI is gone to hell or something, the end of AI, and it's about the Waymos. And I'm just like, I wish it was the end of AI. I don't like AI for only one reason. I don't like it because it's going to accelerate the climate change like you wouldn't freaking believe because they are big old warehouses in the middle of nowhere running Bitcoin type things. That's are all just servers running like crazy. So it's like that's why I don't like AI. Especially considering Banana Head now didn't isn't financing more windmills. What does he have against windmills? Somebody said it was his hair. I believe it. Um ChatGPT is so much more pleasant than Gemini and Grok. Well, Grok doesn't talk about his boss anymore. Remember? I don't know who Gemini is. I don't pay attention to AI. I really don't. I don't use ChatGPT. It's like, to me, ChatGPT is like having the Cliff Notes to life. I've hated Cliff Notes. I've never used them. I always thought it was cheating. I tried to use them once and it was my joke. It's the same thing about Apple. I'm not dumb enough to use this. Now I am, brain fog. But not when I was a self-righteous, little shit. So how far am I? 32. Okay. You love chat? Well, you can love chat GPT, but you can't love chat GPT. Yeah, why? Why does everybody like this thing that if you ask me, it's just I downloaded the app for chat GPT, still haven't opened it. Man, I don't even use SIRI. I think the only thing we've ever used ALEXA for is like really, really goofy things. So it's just, I don't know. I mean, I'm so programmed to look it up. It's a very useful thinking tool. What? It's very useful for a lot of things. What? What is it useful for? But giving you, was it giving you your paper so you don't have to write it? I've heard about that. So it's cheating. You know, when ALEXA hears us say something, we expect it. We keep saying after it lube because we want it to pop up with a commercial for lube. You can game out ideas. Huh? What's gaming out ideas? I mean, you can have an invisible. persona talk to you? Ooh, so is that the cure for loneliness? Is Chat GPT? The artwork for Kay's prizes are from Chat GPT. But you have to put something in to make it, and it's consistent. So isn't it really you doing it? I use Alexa for converting calculus to Fahrenheit and to tell me celebrities' ages and heights. Yep. Yep. That's about the same. And it's not the same name in the bedroom, but it is in the other parts of the third floor. You can use ChatGPT to think through problems and game out ideas. I'm never going to get it. You know, it just reminds me if I want to play a game. It makes me think of the Matrix. It makes me think of Blade Runner. All the skills for the video about your channel were from ChatGPT. Okay, then I'm a hypocrite. It's one of the few things I'm not going to say I'm wrong about, just because I don't trust it. It takes one step away from humanity to me. How's that? I use ChatGPT a lot. What do you use it for, KA? I mean, I seriously have heard that people were making and was it one of the orange balloons, one of his I want to say tweets, uh people were saying was Chat GPT. So it can speak better than him. But now I'm sort of like afraid to use it because what if I like it? Then you'll never see me again. I don't want that. That's too weird. Oh, let's see. Can I bring this up a little bit? Because I keep putting my head down to read it. I asked ChatGPT what rationales Scientology could use if it wanted to close down orgs and move Propel to Clearwater. It had interesting answers. Hmm. What is that based on? Who did the programming for ChatGPT? Is it a conglomeration of a lot of people? Or is it the head of that department in 4 or 5 departments? So it's like now I just want to sit there and ask it questions that are normal in my life, but are not normal in the rest of the country. You know? And I agree, it's not the same as making art with one's hands. Yeah. It's like, and people like me who are envious of people who can make art because I can't. And I am not putting myself down with that. I swear to God, I really do not have an artistic skill. So, I mean, everything takes a step away. We don't grow our own wheat to grind to flour and bake our own bread. Don't even know how many of us. Yes, you can ask it anything. I'd never leave. I'd be asking the funniest things just to be able to go, found out last night. Well, okay, yeah. So it takes us a step away from everything. And that's why we all live longer, but live worse. That was the problem. Is that now that we can live to 90 without thinking about it, those last 10 years aren't worth it, most likely, because of all the things, our generation. Ones below us, I don't know. But our generation would be we did bad things until we were about 25 or 30, and then we stopped. And we were lucky enough to let the body has healed a lot of it, but it still has memory. I'm never going to escape them. There's a fire engine going by right now. God, I'm gassy. French onion dip. So, okay, you can ask it anything. Still seems weird. And yeah, we don't know how to grind our own flour, but ask it to compare Maud to the Roman Empire. It'll give you a solid answer. Wouldn't it be more fun getting drunk and having this conversation with a bunch of your friends? I don't drink anymore, but it's just one of those things. One has to be considered about how one is using it like any tool. But who made it? That's a real question. Who are the programmers behind it? Whose minds are they comparing it to? Where did they get the information? Where did they get the data from? Things like that. It's problematic if someone wants to use it for ill, like many things. Yeah, how about that? But if you say I want to unalive somebody, which is the best caliber for it, it'll answer. It hasn't been around long enough to censor, and then once it is long enough to censor, it helps me iron out transitions in my writing. Yes, those late night concert conversations are more meaningful and entertaining. Yes. And our version of ChatGPT was the internet, but at least it didn't tell you what to look for. You could look for a lot of things. So, hi, Bridge. So, I mean, it just gives me the willies. I don't trust it. And I can't be the only one who's even not our generation, but I bet you there are a lot of Zebros who don't trust it because Zebros don't trust anything. So, yeah, it's just like, it won't answer how to unalive someone. Ah, so they have put sensors in it already. Then they've started already. Yeah, how about that? AI. Good idea. Well, let's start censoring things like YouTube censors things. So now we're all on a PG, if we're lucky, PG rated program. If you want to stay monetized. So when Chat GPT, and also if you, how are you gonna, exist with Chat GPT if you ask it interesting questions? Won't it go into a data center and then they will know that it's you who asked? Because remember, not all VPNs work either. There is actually a video that came out today that is supposed to be AI about Epstein. Yep, showing that he unalived himself. Or how, or, the fake video of him unaliving himself. Yeah, Don Lemon was talking about it and how a lot of real news areas and real news people are not showing it. Say, Zebros live for AI. I bet you not all of them do. I would never use it as my lawyer, though. I really think, now that I'm thinking about it, that it comes down to who programmed it, where they're getting their data from. Just, yeah, who programmed it, where they get their data from. I mean, because what if all the data was from like the East Coast through Meta? Nothing else, just the East Coast. Or what if it was regional? That if I looked up AI, if I looked up something here, would it be different if you looked it up on the East Coast? How about things like that? And no, I don't have a conspiratorial mind. I just don't trust it. It will violate its own policy. It inserted into my pictures more than once. See, where are they getting the data from? Grok is the AI installed in Teslas. Ooh. And I want to ride my sister's Tesla the next time I see her. AR recently revealed that the movie Gaslight never existed. It's a Mandela effect. It comes down to who programmed it and where data came from and user expertise. So yeah, that's because, it takes everything you ask too. So what if most of the people, what if Trump's right and people are dumb? So it's going to be basing it on a bunch of dumb people. I don't trust something computer that polices itself. I do think that humans need to be behind this at all times. But that's because I've worked at mission control before. Not the mission control. It's what we used to call these things. So it's like, it could be why I don't understand or don't trust it. Harry Ann, I need to slow down. Not a fan of this season. Yep, we all are not, or a lot of us aren't. I've seen two different versions of Gaslight, one with Angela Lansbury. Yes, I think I've seen that one too, Cricket. They don't exist. Ride the Tesla, best economical car purchase I made for myself. Oh, sweetie, I'm sorry. Eline's bugged me from the get-go, and I really find it amazing that we had a person who came here on an Einstein visa um, run the world or run the country for a few months, though. And thanks to him, we are now back to voodoo weather. It was supposed to be on Friday, it was supposed to be stormy till Christmas. Then it stopped. Then it was supposed to be stormy till Christmas on Sunday. And now it stopped again. So now supposedly it's going to be stormy from Wednesday on. Sounds like when we were kids. It's going to rain. No, it's not. Yes, it is. We'll see. LOL, Adam, text make it hard to pick up the deadpan delivery. I know. That's my problem with text too. It's like, oh my God, people are taking me seriously. I keep forgetting. It's like, you have to hear me say something snarky, not text it. I do try, back when text first started, I used to tell people, think of me when you read it. Angela will being on the warpath. Hmm? Wishing you peace and tranquility this season, Bridge. Yes, Bridge, we all do. I am sorry, Bridge. What happened? Oh, for being, yeah. I bought it in 22. I did my research on Tesla, but not on Elon, unfortunately. Yeah, they are great. They were great cars. I heard the latest models suck, but the middle of all that, they were great cars. And everybody did apologize because tech heads knew about Elon. So, and I am so glad I still never got one because with all the Cybertrucks we have around here, and all I do is point and laugh. One of these days, I'm going to get road raged for that. I know it. It's not deadpan, it's DiGiorno. Oh my God, Adam. That is so wrong. But Papa Cat loves when everybody's trying to get me to read something. Hmm. There was something I was thinking about reading for someone. I think it's a little sister. Her and I have been talking lately. She called me today right when I was getting out of or right when I was about to get out of the car to get my nails done, and I was just like, "Great, haven't talked to you, or I have talked to you very rarely in the past 5 years, and now I've talked to you twice, and both times I had to leave." It's like I wanted to go, get into my AirTag because we have one in each car just in case. It's like I'll put my AirTag on, and then you can like log in to see that I'm really doing this. I'm not avoiding you. She's known me since I was 19. Tesla was a hottie. I know I've missed the point. Well, it was one of the hurricanes that almost got rid of his whole studio. I was supporting Tesla back then because they were trying to make a museum out of it. I don't know what's happened since then. God, I don't even know how many years ago. Because yeah, the Tesla coils that used to be in the oh God, those computer stores. I can't remember the name of them anymore. Um, they were all over the Bay Area, but one of them had a Tesla coil. They'd go off and you hear everybody scream. It was hilarious. Oh yes, Cricket actually approved of your crush's outfit on his most recent video. Who? I'm thinking of a real Tesla. Is this a video music guy? Sometimes I am just amazed by how old I sound. I'm going to be hilarious when I'm old. Really old. Radio Shack. Nope, not Radio Shack, the other place. The computer place. Um, I keep wanting to say Newegg, but not Newegg. Palo Alto, Fremont, Berkeley. I'll think of it, about 10 o'clock tonight. But Radio Shack is funny. Lord knows all of the original OG nerds used to go to Radio Shack. My dad did. He was always putting something together. We had little bitty LED clocks all over the house. And he programmed we had one of the blimps that used to show things on the side. He actually programmed. Now I am showing how old I am. No, Radio Shack just closed up, I think within the past 5 years. You talk about having these conversations in person, but be careful what you wish for in person. I will keep the gaslight thing going for hours. And you know what? I've dealt with people like you my whole life. Fries, thank you. Thank you. He did that from the kitchen. Ah. So who is this Tesla guy you talk of? I don't have the other computer up here. All I have is the little one up here. This is the one I replaced because it overheats. That and I did some kind of weird ass dump on it. And now it keeps acting like it's got one of my clouds in it. So that's gonna take hours. And I don't have a thingy. I don't think this is charged. Nope. But I've got something right here. Well, that wasn't a mod. I finally put my mods on a different notification. Back in the day, back before COVID, that's what we should all say. Oh, MLH is live. He went it live at 5:25. So he's been on for 9 minutes. Yep. I knew he wouldn't be able to hold it. No, the homeowners association's having an issue with our homeowners um dues being raised. It was the cheapest I'd ever seen when we moved in, and now they're being all grumpy because it's getting raised like it has to. Yes, but Radio Shack was a staple in every mall around the US. Yep, it was. But malls don't even exist over here anymore. We had Crazy Eddie. Uh-huh. In Canada too. Yep. Adam hubby is going to be in NYC for 8 hours in a couple of weeks. What must he do? Oh, don't forget our favorite Mexican electronics store, CompUSA. Say what? I don't know that one. I mean, I know CompUSA, but I don't know why it's the favorite Mexican electronics store. Scooter is referring to a different crush, not Tesla. Ah, you did a weird ass dump on it? On what? Of course, he's live. He's on vacation. I know. I just didn't realize, duh, it's 7 o'clock his time, so it's right after dinner, isn't it? 8 hours, that's a challenge. Well, it depends on where he lands. If he lands at the closer airport, then it'll be easy. I'd go to the Guggenheim before it gets torn down. I would like to live in a non-HOA home. Life goals. I don't know. HOA is good for lawn maintenance. Because I think I grew up in a non-HOA world, and sometimes homeowners that live in neighborhoods are buttheads. What?
Pronounce it.
What?
It's not CompUSA, it's Composa.
Campusa. Okay. Who pronounced it that way? I was gonna say, was that Alex Bennett or something? He was a radio DJ in the 80s and 90s here. How much is the cheapest Tesla? 36,990. Ugh. Who would want the cheapest Tesla? It barely runs as it's now. They're tearing down the Guggenheim. Oh, let me see if I can tell you the correct thing. No, they're not tearing down the Guggenheim. Hmm. I'm looking. Yes. The cement. It's a cement building thing, and now they seem to be fighting it with filling in the cracks. The Most of the buildings that were cement buildings that were built in the early 70s were having issues. Luckily enough, the pyramid is not one of them because they are using the wrong fillers and the fillers are rotting or the fillers are disintegrating, or Guggenheim is one of them. So the UC Berkeley Museum was also one of them. And that museum is closed and is probably going to be destroyed. The Fremont, want to say police headquarters was upside down in concrete, and that's gone. It's a thing. But yeah, it's like I never thought. I know they won't be tearing it down, but it's going to cost a lot of money to keep going because of what it is. He's staying in Newark, flying in and out of Newark, but he's got a free day, so he's going to NYC for the day. Ah, okay. The prices of HOA fees in Florida is getting out of control. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'd believe it. Actually, it's cheaper to purchase my Tesla today than it was in 22. Yeah, that one I'd believe too, because it was still keychain fob, basically. It was neat to have one. I'm convinced you're a money mafia run. Tesla or Guggenheim? You could also go to Greenwich Village, Little Italy, and Chinatown. They're all next to each other. Ah, could do all three. Have fun. Will the trail still be up a week after New Year's? No, I actually can answer that for you. It should be broken down the weekend after New Year's. Do you know when it is? Meow. When do they take the tree down in New York? Mm-hmm. No, the other tree. For mid-January 2026. And they took it from East Greenbush, New York. It is neat to see it. See, this is the one thing I like about having it in the office is that I can go look it up. Hopefully tomorrow I will have the child with me, but she will not be saying anything. The godchild. Or she is, you won't be able to hear her much. I mean, as buildings go, I'm not crazy about the Guggenheim, but it's a landmark. Oh, that's a great idea. Um, I love concrete buildings. Love, 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 love. Love all that brutalist architecture. That's why my favorite buildings on the planet were the Twin Towers. So now my favorite building on the planet was my second choice, which was the pyramid. That's why I know about the concrete thing, because they were talking about it. Um, and I think I got stuck down that rabbit hole one day. That's what YouTube is good for. So the pyramid doesn't have any like major structural damage, which means that whoever Transamerica really paid the bucks to have that building last forever. So because yeah, it's the filler in the concrete that's rotting that's making the concrete unstable. And UC Berkeley museum could not be saved. They couldn't even do what they're doing everywhere. It was putting the cross I-beams to hold everything up at certain intervals. It's what they do with the brick buildings here. Um, but they couldn't even do that there. And I spent summers in that museum because it was cool, it was neat, and it had a really great Mondrian collection and um, what's his name? Um, paint splatter guy. Their modern museum had the bomb collections, and they were on loan, so they didn't have them for real. Let's see. Oh, our HOA has gotten expensive. And our former president is having to take over because the president now isn't very good at saying no or tough or, you know, blow it. Hmm. What sticks in my craw about the Guggenheim is that it doesn't say Frank Lloyd Wright to me at all. Neither does the San Rafael, what's it called? Marin County Civic Center, otherwise known as the Pink Palace. Okay. We turned it off. Because he did it later on in his life and he did it for money. So when he built the Marin County building, he built it and he did it under the auspice of having that paint be the exact same color he picked for the rest of its existence. And that's why it's pink. And that's how he showed he was mad. So he may not. Didn't he also design the Oswald Marina? What's the Oswald Marina? I don't know that one. I've got my keyboard in a weird place. Unless you're messing with me. Yes, you are, and I know now I do. Ooh, wow, it's something people look forward to and you have to finish it. Oh, it, they completed it, commissioned in 43 and completed it in 59. So yeah, it may not even, the only thing that may be his idea at all is the name. So Guggenheim Museum, along with 9 other buildings designed by Frank Lloyd Wright. UNESCO buildings, okay. Ah, yeah, it's a Pink Palace thing because he was 76 when he did that and he died 6 months later. So it was probably a Pink Palace thing. When I lived in Chicagoland area, we always searched the area for Frank Wright Lloyd homes. We have them at Stanford here. Um, we might have one or two around. I think there's one in Berkeley, which would make sense. Um, yeah, there was a house, maybe it was on Stanford, that wasn't being kept up, and it's a Frank Lloyd Wright, and people are like, "Hey, you got to fight for your right." Oh God. Now it's stuck in my head. Thank you. Yes, I know that now, Adam. I've been to a couple of his places in Chicago, beautiful homes. Yes, I love it. Love, love, love his homes. I guess you could say that's the only crossover from not modern art, because not with all that wood. That's not modern architecture. That's craftsman. Being equated to a Sears home. I'm sure he's rolling in his grave right now. Bummer. But it's one. He doesn't sound like a very nice person. He wasn't. Did set did this through gaslight. No, he was your typical overbearing male of the time. So think Steinbeck, think all of that. So, okay, it's over an hour, guys. I'm going to go now because I can. I will see you guys tomorrow. I don't know if I'll be here or if I'll be at the org. So, you guys all have a good night. Now, Fuzz can pay attention to MLH by himself. Go room raid MLH. Tell him I sent you. So I will